We are live. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our second Friday weekly live stream at 10 a.m. every Friday, Pacific time, 10 a.m. I know some people live in different time zones. So today I'm joined by Francisco, my co-host.
Hi everybody, my name is Francisco, Associate Marketing Manager for the for Kongregate and specific for the Bitburst. Super happy to be here and playing some awesome games.
Thank you. And then we have Michelle, our guest.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chief Blockchain Operations Officer here at Kongregate. I do a little bit of everything, but I'm really excited to be able to talk with you all and play some games today.
And me, Sophia. I'm the brand marketing manager at Kongregate, and I love being here. I love playing these games with all of you. So today we're going to be playing two games, Incremental Epic Hero 2 and Raid Heroes Total War. And what's exciting is that Incremental Epic Hero 2 is one of the newest games that has been published on our platform. And so we get to show that one off to you. And Raid Heroes Total War recently got new badges. And so we wanted to show off some of those. And I wanted you to let us know if you've gotten any badges that have been added to games recently and what those badges are. Um, and is there anything else that you would like to add, Michelle, about our platform?
About our Oh, there's so much to talk about. But let's get
We
into
have
the
a
games
live stream
first,
for you.
and then we can talk about it.
Okay, cool. Francisco, are you ready to play Incremental Epic Hero 2?
I'm always ready to play any game, but in this case, Incremental Heroes 2, Epic Heroes 2, it's so much fun. It's super,
Yeah.
super fun. So let me just start sharing my screen. There you go.
Cool.
Let's make sure that you can see it. I think it's live, right?
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So
Yes.
we can talk a little bit about Incremental Epic Heroes too. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of people in the audience. They are really big fans of either the first one of this second game. This is an idle RPG game where you start fighting against hordes of monsters, and you need to start building your team. At the beginning, you start with a warrior, and after that, after you level up your guild, you can start recruiting some other characters. For example, archers. We also have the angel, and every single character is completely different. They have different abilities, and it is super super entertaining. There was, I don't know how many times I spent hours just trying new things, upgrading stuff. Let me show you something a little bit. Right now, for example, I got my guild. I'm pretty sure most of you guys in the audience, boys and girls, are probably more advanced than me. But again, I've been having so much fun with the game. So I want to show you what I've been doing. For example, my level, the guild level is currently level 13. So that is allowing me to have up to 3 heroes. Now, what is the catch? You can play with only one hero at a time. For example, you can switch from one hero to another. You can play with the warrior, with the wizard, with the angel. And then I have plenty of I can't believe it. Say it's a couple days that I haven't logged in, and all of a sudden my character is leveled up big time. And that is because it's an idle game. So even if you're not playing all the time, in the background, when you disconnect yourself from the game, the character is gonna continue attacking enemies, gaining loot for you. So it's super super cool. Um, One of the things that you have to pay attention, of course, is in the quests. In the quests, you have different quests that are dedicated for the specific class that you're using, general quests, global quests, and also daily quests. So I would strongly recommend you to go and start doing those quests so you can level up super, super fast. One of the things that I found super cool, and I want to do it live because it's my first time, I have the option to rebirth. What is rebirth? Rebirth is when you reach level 100 with a hero. You can I'm not gonna call it sacrifice, but you can revere. Yeah,
So sacrifice.
yeah. Let's use another wording. So you can revere your character. It's gonna start from scratch, but now you're gonna be able to have two active heroes at the same time, so you can move faster in the game. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. I got the revere option in here for the warrior, which is currently level 115 if I'm not wrong. And you have Revere. Right now, we are alive, super excited because now we have, if I'm not wrong, a couple of different quests that I can complete. I believe there is one over here that you can accept and claim. There you go, because now our hero is up and running from level 34. And if I'm not wrong, now I can also activate another hero, which is something that I'm gonna probably check after we finish with the live stream. I'm gonna continue playing the game because it's so much fun. I don't know, Sophia, Michelle, what do you think about Incremental Epic Hero 2? Do you have a chance to play it?
I have. It's really fun. I was actually going to ask you all, what are your favorite idle games? If I can ask Francisco and Sophia and anyone in the chat. This one reminds me a lot of one of my favorites, which is Adventure Capitalist, with having managers and needing to redo your progress all the time. Tuesday, one of my favorites that I played, both of them before I ever worked at Carnival. But it reminds me a little bit of both of those games.
I also used to love playing Adventure Capitalist as well. I played that one all the time. And then more recently, I got into the SpongeBob idle game as well. But yeah, I think Adventure Capitalist was my first idle game I ever played. Um, Most of the time, uh, I think I just hadn't heard of like idle games until Adventure Capitalist, and then that's really what got me like into it, and then from there like also Adventure Communist as well.
Yeah, oof. There's so many idle games that I played in the past that right now, when I need to have their name in my head, I don't have them. But I completely agree with Michelle and Sophia about those games that they're super, super entertaining. And idle games, they have something super uh, special because you have this opportunity to progress when you're playing. But then all the time that you invest, for example, upgrading buildings or upgrading your characters, once that you go offline and then you come back, all the time you see all the results of that. So that is fantastic, and it's something similar that we're gonna see in Raid Heroes Total War. It has an idle thing, which is when you start collecting different resources. So you start collecting gold even when you're offline, and that is fantastic. That give you like an extra special feeling once that you're finally back in the game and say, "Oh, I was able to accomplish all this when I was offline." That's just fantastic. So super fun these games, absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing how many great idle games there are on Kongregate.com. Just to talk about one of the deeper cuts, Realm Grinder. I remember when we were doing some of the mobile publishing for that game, I got to help with the PR and some of the screenshots and whatnot, which was really cool. And that one is really interesting because it's just so deep and there's so many games like that. I haven't personally played it, but I've heard so many good things about NGU Idol. If there's anybody in the audience, I'm sure you probably played it, and I feel bad that I have not. But I know that's a player favorite on Kongregate.com.
Absolutely.
So
Go ahead. Sorry.
all good. So someone in the chat, Evo Rook, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your username. I butcher usernames all day, every day. They have been playing games on Kongregate since 2009. And they're curious about blocks and stickers.
I can. We do have plans for the super specific right now. We definitely know that you all have been acquiring blocks and trading stickers and all the time, so we want to make sure that we still have similar types of functionality and kind of reward you for all of the work that you put in to get those things. And that's kind of true across every feature on the platform as we're trying to be true to the platform, but also modernize it. So I can't say too much, but we definitely do for stickers. I have secret things in my brain that I can't talk about, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know what? It would be super cool if people from the audience can let us know if they're also playing Incremental Epic Hero 2 or the first one, and let us know a little bit which one is your favorite character, because uh, I'm so hooked to the game that I would love to keep playing. Sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed about all the options, which is good because that is something that people who love RPG games are looking for. They always look for complex gameplays, not just uh, adding some skill points. You need to manage your economy and many other things. So it would be fantastic if people from the audience can share some knowledge about Incremental Epic Hero 2. That would be super cool.
Yeah,
You
give us
know
your pro
what?
tips.
Yes.
Yep.
And you know who probably has a lot of pro tips? The developer of
Who?
the game who's in the chat
Oh,
right now.
oh, that's amazing.
Yes, hello.
That would be super cool if they can share some knowledge with us. Huh? Fantastic.
Yes. Ringgold, again, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. They said Wizard and Archer are my favorites. Hard to pick between those two, though.
Yeah, yeah. I think in every RPG game, I always start playing with the knight, the character, the paladin, the guy, the Mitchell, the character that is in the front of the action. I love that, and never been a big fan of range characters, but in this game in particular, I love the knight and also love the angel. The angel is super powerful, and I've been reading a couple of their documentation about the game, and well, people really think that that is one of the most powerful characters in the game. So super cool. Okay.
So, Michelle, one of the things that I wanted to talk about with you today is the fact that International Women's Day happened earlier this week on Wednesday, and it's currently Women's History Month. Recently, we had Fernanda Contreras speak at the UN, um, and I was wondering if you had anything to talk about Fernanda.
Sure.
Fernanda's in
Yes.
the
If
chat.
you did not see, so excited that Fernanda got to speak at the UN. I know Francisco also has great things to say about Fernanda. I'll kick us off. So, one of the amazing things that happened last year is we actually acquired a studio in Chile called Gamaga to join on a lot of our games. Amazing team. So happy with the people that we got to meet through this acquisition. And Fernanda and her brother Rod actually started the studio, and so she got to kind of tell her story at the UN and about being a female game maker and company owner in Chile, and kind of bringing game development to Chile, which, from what I hear from her, wasn't a thing when they really started out the company, which is so inspiring and so cool to hear about. But Francisco, I know that have known Fernanda for a long time. Like, do you have anything to add about just her story or her and Rod's story about Gamaga?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I had a chance to meet Fernanda on Tuesday after the United Nations talk meeting. So it's fantastic. I mean, I know Fernanda is in the chat, so just saying hi to her. Thank you
Hi,
so much
Fernanda.
for representing us everywhere in the industry. And I know Fernanda for a long time. We are really close friends. I mean, uh, since I've been working on Gamaga, we never had that relationship like a owner employer employee. In this case, we always were super close friends. And she's been an inspiration. All the things that she was able to accomplish, Fernanda and also Rod, to keep moving forward the industry of game development, especially in Latin America, because it's a little bit tougher down there, and especially for women. So it's fantastic. All the things that she's always invited to present in different events. I don't know. I don't have enough words to describe what Fernanda's been doing for the industry, and I'm super happy and super proud to see her on United Nations the other day. So thank you, Fernanda.
Fun fact,
Okay.
I interviewed Fernanda the other day, and I found out that she and I have a very similar taste in perfumes and like scents and fragrances and things like that. So today, in her honor, I actually wore one of the ones that I think we were both wearing on that day, which is from Sol de Janeiro. It's like the salted caramel scent, and so I'm wearing it today because it smells really good. And I was like, hey, we're talking about Fernanda a bit today, so I'll wear it.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
I can just imagine how that smells, and now I need to go get some myself. It sounds so good.
It smells so good. It like smells like dessert, basically.
Amazing.
Super
Yes.
happy to have Fernanda with us. So you can say hi to her. She's right there in the chat. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
She said, must confess, I've never played idle games, so I'm here to learn more. And then she says it means the world. And she said that she has the scent with her right now. That's great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we continue playing some Incremental Epic Hero 2. Again, there is so many things going on, so I hope that everybody can follow me in what I've been doing. I've been just upgrading my different heroes. There is so many things to do. For example, upgrading the different skills of the characters, upgrade the economy of the game, how much gold, for example, you're going to be receiving every time that you destroy monsters, upgrading all the different heroes. They use different elements. For example, we got the stone for the knight, we got the leaves for the angel. So again, there is so many things, and also there is a lab. I mean, I can be talking about Incremental Epic Hero 2 for a while. So maybe we should do another live stream just dedicated to the game, and also to start sharing more the experience for more advanced players that probably we have in the audience. Um, and right now, like I say, it's something that I strongly recommend to give it a try. At the beginning, you might probably think, hey, well, what is going on in here? I just see my character in here doing something, but I'm not really sure what is happening. Just follow the quest. That is probably the best way for you to get some good guidance about what do you need to do next. And once that you start unlocking some other characters, things getting super entertaining. So, Incremental Epic Hero 2, available on Congregate.com. Okie dokie. So, what else do we have, Sophia? Let me know.
So I also wanted to hear a little bit more from Michelle about the World of Women NFT. Again, in the spirit of Women's History Month and International Women's Day.
Sure. So I don't know if everybody knows this, but we've actually invested in Web3 projects. World of Women was our first, and it's one that we're really excited about. Just their mission is something that we feel is amazing for both the Web3 space, but also the gaming space. If you don't know Women, it's a Web3 collection of NFTs with all unique artwork. We love our particular one that we have, which I believe is on the Medium post that Sophia has. Yeah.
It
Um,
is.
good. And what is World Women? So they are an organization that is focused on bringing more women into Web3 and just in brain think words diversity, bring more diversity to Web3 and to development in general. I think Web3 and gaming both. Um, it's harder to find the ladies in sometimes. And so they have different initiatives to try and bring more people or more women and more diversity into these spaces, which we think is an amazing mission. So we love that we're helping to support in addition to all of the great things that they do. So hopefully we can do more with them in the future. But they've had a few different collections, all focused on giving back to different initiatives and whatnot. You can check them out. I think it's Now.io. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the URL. I'm terrible. But just search for World of Women. It's the first thing that pops up. All of their collections have been spectacular, and to be partnered with them.
Yeah. And yes, as Michelle said, you can see the art on our, there's a banner for it on congregate.com. And then you can go to our Medium page where you can see the art. And then you can also read about Fernanda's story, actually, as well. So that's some of the ways that we wanted to celebrate women this week and this month, was just like highlighting Fernanda and showing off the art from the world of women NFTs. So yeah, very exciting.
And just to add on to that, I know it's technically one of your questions for me later, Sophia, but I'm going to sneak ahead. I think that women in gaming, specifically for Congregate, is a really interesting question or conversation to have. And I find Fernanda and Rod's story so similar. And I know our audience is already going to know this, to Emily and Jim Greer's story. Both siblings that created companies. So our founders originally were Jim and Emily Greer. And Emily, I think, is definitely somebody both in the industry, but having worked with her at Kongregate, somebody that I'm inspired by, just her perseverance and in being part of this industry for so long is something pretty amazing. But I just love that the two stories just match in kind of similar ways. Not obviously one for one, but it's a trend apparently at Kongregate. We have 5 brother sister duos.
Yes. When she told me about that, I got chills. Like I was like, "Oh my gosh, wait, this is just like Jim and Emily Greer."
Oh boy. Okay. Another update about Incremental Epic Hero 2. I was trying to do some research when you guys were talking, trying to figure it out. Okay, I just activate the revert option, but I couldn't enable my second character to be playing automatically in idle mode in the background. So I just realized that one of the quests, that's why quests are so important, one of the quests is proof of rebirth. So after finishing that quest, now I can have my second character in passive mode. You can probably see it right there on the screen. So now my warrior is continue playing in passive mode, and I can play actively with the angel. Another thing that is super entertaining about the game, that it moves automatically in the right side, but you have control of the character. See, with the keys, you can actually decide where to go. So it's another really cool feature. It's not like a full idle when you have no control whatsoever about the character. And the other thing that is interesting, right now I have a pet that is collecting all the rewards and all the items that the monsters are dropping. For example, those leaves. Having a pet is super entertaining because that pet takes care of everything, so you don't need to be collecting that. But if you're wondering how do you collect that, well, you just need to use your mouse and hover over the items, and they get collected by them. Okay. But again, another thing that is probably recommended to do at the early stage of the game is to try to capture a couple of these slimes, which are the first enemies, and convert one into a pet. Once that the pet is enabled, you don't need to worry about picking up any other items on the screen. Again, there is so many things. Probably we need to have a more structured live stream about all the different aspects in the game. But it is so much fun. And it's, again, it's so addictive also. So again, give it a try.
I also wanted to give a little shout out to Thaddeus. They said that they have been on Congregate since 2015. And they said one of the first few games that I played back then was The Battle and Battle Dawn. I could try this one out right now. So I think they're going and trying this one out now.
So what you think in the comments. Super
Yes.
fun.
Yes, absolutely.
So, in addition to hearing about Fernanda's experience and hearing about the story about Emily Greer as well, Michelle, can you tell us more about your experience in the gaming industry and what that's been like?
Sure. I know that this is always a hot topic. I personally feel like I've been really lucky. I haven't had, I think everybody always has a little bit of negative experiences, and I don't want to be bummery a little bit. But I think overall, I've had really great experiences, and I credit that to my coworkers. Being at Kongregate, I've had so many opportunities, and before that, I was at another mobile gaming company, Gameloft. I think both of them really empowered women and wanted to see us grow. And so I count myself lucky to be able to be with such great companies that really invested time in me and in growing me and letting me try all of these different things. Fun fact, I started at Kongregate as a senior marketing manager, and now I'm chief blockchain operations officer here, which is crazy. It's crazy even to me that it's kind of happened that way, but I've gotten to learn so many different areas of the business Kongregate. So anytime you can find a company that's willing to invest in you, I think it's one that you want to stick with. Um, but yeah, there's always the negatives that come around too, especially around events. If you're a lady in gaming, always be cautious. Always protect yourself at events. Have a buddy. Definitely something I recommend. And don't take any junk off of anybody. Just
Yeah.
give them give them some lip. Being a little spicy.
I'll take that advice.
Sophia, are you
And I,
excited to be able to go to GDC soon?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I'm gonna be at GDC in a couple weeks. I'm so excited to be there. It'll be my first time going to GDC. I've watched some of the online videos from the conferences and stuff, and so when kind of like you were talking about, like your coworkers really lifting you up and empowering you. Um, when my coworkers were like, "Yeah, so when are you like, what are you gonna do at GDC? Are you going to GDC? It sounds like it's time for you to go to GDC." I was like, yes."
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to see the booth and to meet all the people that there are to meet. I have at least one friend that I know of who's going there. I like posted on LinkedIn like, "Hey, who all is going to GDC?" And my friend was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like we don't live near each other at all, and so it's really exciting to like get to see them and just kind of by chance that we were both going to GDC too.
yeah,
That's amazing.
another cool thing about GDC is that uh, maybe you probably that the industry is super big that you never have a chance to meet somebody in another of these special events. But it is funny that in all these events, for example in GDC, you start seeing the same people over and over and over again. So every time that you go, you recognize some faces, and it's super cool. I mean, have a chance to be there probably 3 times already. But I was going as an influencer and some other things too. This is my first time going with Congregate, so I'm super excited. I'm really happy to have this opportunity. So I'll
Yeah.
see you guys there. Hmm.
It's so true. Last GDC last year, I actually ran into some folks that I worked with in 2000, if I'm remembering correctly, like many companies ago. And it just happens you're just walking around the show floor, or you're at the going to a restaurant nearby, and you just run into people. The more you go, the more people you'll recognize. Be like, hey, I know you. I remember. It's been
That's really
so.
fun. I love it when
Yep,
that happens.
absolutely. So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
So,
Okay.
Francisco,
Yes.
how do we feel about moving on to Raid Heroes Total War?
Can I play both games at the same time because they're so good? Hold
I
on. Let me.
know. I actually
Let,
like I had multiple tabs open last night as I was playing Raid Heroes in one because that's been like my game of like the last couple weeks. And then I had Incremental Epic Hero 2 open, and then I also had Dream World open. I was just like playing all three in separate tabs.
it's it's funny because I didn't notice that in Raid Heroes I attack you one day, and then you start sharing the the screenshot that I attack your castle.
Yes. Oh
And
my
you're
God,
like,
that was so funny. Yeah, so I've been playing Raid Heroes a lot lately, and one evening after work, I logged in and it was like the game hunter attacked your town, and I was like, Francisco.
Sorry. Sorry. Once I start playing one game, there is no friends anymore. I just need to keep competing, and I don't know. I'm super competitive, but in this case, you can choose your enemy. I was telling Sophia that my intentions were super nice. I was just trying to deliver some gold to her castle, but all the time my characters decide to attack her. So that's not my fault. Okay, I just want to make sure that's clear. But
Sure.
Raid Heroes is so much fun. It's the game that I've been playing the most lately. It's one of my favorite ones right now in Congregate. Um, Probably one way to describe it is well, have some RPG aspect and also some idle stuff. But the core mechanic of the game, I feel like it's like an auto chess when you can choose your characters, put it in particular positions, and then just launch the battle, and hopefully you're gonna be able to finish uh, victorious. Okay, so let me show you real quick. For example, this is the castle, one of the buildings that you need to start upgrading at the beginning of the stage. I mean, at the beginning of the game, because that will help you to generate resources. Right now, I got a castle level 111, so it's generating approximately 1.15 million in gold every just in a short period of time. So it's really cool that you can start upgrading and unlocking buildings depending of the amount of raids that you can accomplish, or depending how many enemies you can beat in the game. And some of these buildings are super cool. For example, this one in particular, the barracks, is going to start generating cards. Okay, because in order to unlock a character, you need to have a certain amount of cards. You need to have at least 5 cards, if I'm not wrong, to unlock a hero. So if you can get cards for free, that's amazing. For example, I just get a card for the elf. It's a common hero. I got another building that is generating diamonds for me. Who doesn't want diamonds, please? So you can get diamonds for free. You can get portals. In here, there is another building that generate rare cards for free. For example, I just got a Viking. This is a building dedicated for the guild, which is the palace. And if I'm not wrong, Sophia, our plan was to create a raid. I mean, a raid, a guild.
Yeah, I want to do that. To create a
Yes,
congregate guild.
we can create a congregate guild or clan so everybody can join. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now. So if somebody wants to join, that will be fantastic. We just need 5,000 in diamonds. I believe I have it. So how do we call it? Congregate, or do we have any other more
Yeah,
fancy
why
name?
not name like be straightforward? Congregate.
That's it. Okay, we're gonna create. This is my first time creating a clan, so I have no idea. Oh, this is so much. This is super cool. Let me see if we can find an item that can identify us. Well, there's so many options right now. Uh, I don't know which one I should choose. So maybe Michelle can give me some guidance. I was gonna pick the skull, but I don't know if that is the image that we're trying to show.
Gosh, yeah, this is hard. There's so
Yeah,
many.
it's tough. It's tough. It's,
Ooh. I like
I know
the
that one.
like kind of like interesting fire wave thing. I don't. Oh, wait. Ooh, there's different colors.
I know. I'm
Well,
looking for the orange.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was thinking.
we got to see what
Okay,
color
look,
red though.
that one. That's the color we're looking for?
Is there another red,
I think that's
or is
the
that
only
one?
red that we have. Let me
Okay,
see.
well then it's that one.
That's the one. Okay, we have that
Oh, there's.
one, and we can change the color of the emblem also. I don't know if there's any preferences. Otherwise, I will go
What do
with
you think,
white.
Sophia?
Is that
Sophia.
white? It
Sophia's
looks
gonna say
pink to
pink.
me, but
Sophia's gonna
maybe.
say pink.
Yeah. Pink, pink, pink. That looks pink to me though, so I'm okay with it.
All right, we go with pink. Pink it is. Let me see. All right, pink.
Plus, pink
Okay.
is just a lighter red.
True.
Okay, so we have the flag. We just create the guild or the clan, and you guys can join. Okay. I'm gonna be. I wonder if I need to accept a request. Okay. But anyway, that's the clan. So you guys know that you can join us in the clan called Congregate, so we can start unlocking this. If I'm not wrong, this is a clan chest that All the members of the clan can contribute by finishing raids. If we finish some specific task, we all gonna receive a reward. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. So again, if you need to send me a request, just send it my way. I'm not really sure when I'm gonna receive the request. Probably here. Over there. Okay. So anybody wants to join the Congregate clan, you can do it right now. It's super easy to find the clan in the game. All right. So we have a couple of rewards for doing that apparently. And now let's go into the action because we were talking about the battling, the auto chess, and everything. But let's see these characters in action. So in this screen, you need to select your team. Okay, at the beginning, you're gonna start with only one little character, which is the knight. This one. Okay, the knight. And the good thing about the knight that is a tank. So it is following the same classes that probably you're familiar in RPG games. We got tanks, we got archers, we have assassins, we got mage, wizards, all kind of stuff. So if you have one in particular that you love, try to unlock that one. In my case, I love that I have the knight by default, so I'm gonna add this to my squad. I'm gonna remove the no the fairy. You stay in there because the fairy is a healer. We're gonna remove the princess. I like to have a team with a lot of mid chill in front, and then I can use my range characters, for example, the archer, and also the elf to provide some damage from distance. We have the king. The king is going to boost the morale of all the team, so you need to be part of the team. The maximum number of characters or heroes that you can have in your squad is up to 10. So you have plenty of things to unlock and also so many possibilities. That's one of the things that I love the most about the game, that you can play around depending on your strategy. You like to have all full force, brute force in front, or maybe you like to have more wizards or mage in the back providing some support with the fireballs and electric attacks and all kinds of stuff. So it depends of you. Yeah. For example, in my case, I like to use this, which is my assassin. My assassin is super deadly. Right now, does tons of damage. In order to upgrade your characters, you need to use gold. Okay. But once that you reach level 10 for one specific, how do you call it, attribute, for example, in this case HP. Once that you reach level 10, you need to evolve the character, so you need to use those diamonds to evolve so you can unlock level 11, 12, blah, 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 blah. And once that you get to level 20, you need to use one more time diamonds to unlock the next level of your character. Another thing that is super cool about the game, that you can unlock artifacts. Those artifacts will boost your character on the battlefield. Okay, and you can exchange those artifacts with other heroes that you have, which is very useful because sometimes when you unlock an artifact for one specific character, you start seeing the description of the artifact, and it's probably not that useful. For example, for an archer, archers are good doing damage from distance, right? So what happens if you receive an item or an artifact that has extra a bonus in damage per second? Damage per second only affect melee attack, close combat. So in that case, it's not effective. So probably it would be a good idea to trade that item to that artifact for another one that other hero has. For example, you click in here, you can change, and then you can start rotating those artifacts between one hero and another. In this case in particular, I like to have these two artifacts in the assassin because they do damage, and also it's going to increase the effectiveness of my special skill, which is double attack. Okay, so the assassin can attack twice. Super cool. And you can use this, I think it's called stars. There's another of the different currencies in the game. With stars, you can level up these artifacts. It's super probably complex to talk about everything, all the details about right here, but at least let me get the squad ready so we can go into a battle. In the meantime, maybe Sophia can give us some information about, because she's been playing too, right?
I know, yeah, I have. I'm not nearly this far though. I don't have 10 characters. I have 5 right now that have their cards filled up enough to be in my like raid squad. Um and I just got the knight. And so I
because
was
then
really excited that I just got it, and now I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh wow, you're way ahead of me. No wonder you like beat my town.
so I was mentioning before about the cards, the unique cards, in order to unlock different characters and also to level up your heroes. For example, I have a couple heroes in here that I cannot use. I got the Charmer, but in order to unlock the Charmer, I need 4 more cards. So she's just waiting for. But in this case, for example, for the Archer, I have 18 cards. That's going to allow me to level up the archer, so it's going to unlock another artifact slot for the character, which is going to make it more powerful. So for example, right now, I only have this artifact for the archer, and now that we're going to level up our hero, now we have the option to explore another of these special artifacts. And this one apparently has some poison also. I don't know, it looks like that. But once that you also upgraded the hero, the maximum level of the different stats is, for example, shoot, HP, damage per second, is up to level 10. So if you want to go beyond level 10, you need to evolve your characters. So right now I have the option to start, for example, evolving 1 more time, and now I can upgrade up to level 20 if I know wrong the archer until I can add another star. So many things to do. Just again, let's see if we can get a battle going. I got another character that is ready to level up. Perfect. And that character is also going to have a special attribute and 2 special attributes, actually. That's pretty cool. All right. Sophia.
Francisco,
Yes.
before you start a fight, are you able to show us how to request to become part of our clan?
How
Or
to
since you
request?
since you made one, can you not show us that?
Yeah, well, in order to join a clan or have the option to join or create a clan, you need to unlock the palace. Okay, you need to have the palace unlocked. It could be a level 1. Right now, I got a level 69 because it's providing me also with some gold. But once that you have the palace, you can start. We're gonna have the option for the clan. So let me see if we got any requests. Probably right now we don't. But now you guys know that you need to unlock the palace before joining a clan. So hurry up because we're waiting for you. Space is limited, so do it now as soon as you can. Level up your castles, unlock new buildings, and after that you can get the palace and you're going to be able to join.
I'm gonna do it right
Now,
after the stream.
yes, one important thing about the game, and again, this is just my personal opinion. I decided to start upgrading the castle first so I can start generating gold constantly. And you can, once that you start collecting gold and finish some raid, you can start unlocking some other buildings. If you're running in some raids that you are probably not capable to continue battling, for example, let's go into the raids. We're gonna fight against this level 80. Before starting the match, of course, we need to organize our team. I like to put the Mitchell on front. I'm sorry, guys, but you need to take the hit. Gonna take the archers, 1 archer, 2 archers together. We're gonna put the healer probably over there, and we gotta put the assassin in the back to provide some extra support. So for example, if you come across a couple of raids that you're not able to finish, I strongly recommend you to level up the buildings as much as you can before restarting the raid because you have the option to restart from raid number 1 for fight number 1. Everything is going to get wiped. I mean, you're going to continue with all your heroes. All the stats are going to get reset, but all the buildings that you have in the castle are going to stay there. Not at the same level. All the levels are going to get reset. But if you unlock a building in particular, the building is going to continue there for you in the adventure. For example, we just unlocked a new building because I needed to have one more grade in order to get access to this one, which is the laboratory. We're gonna build this one. This one is gonna generate traps, which is something that I haven't seen in the game yet. So this is something that we're discovering together. All right. It's quite expensive. It's 10 million in gold, but now that I have this building in construction, I can reset my rate, start from scratch, and the building is gonna stay with me. So that is one of the interesting things that you probably need to learn about the game, because you're gonna sometimes when you keep moving forward in the rates, some of the enemies are really difficult. I think my highest level is rate 6 or something like that, or 5 maybe. So once that you get to the point that you cannot advance, all you have to do is reset the rate and start from scratch, right? What's up?
The game is really loud.
The game is muted. Okay,
We're
let
just
me
we're just showing the excitement of being in the game by having it so loud.
it it is super weird because the tab is muted
Oh,
in
that's
the
funny.
anyway. Okay, so now you can hear me, right? Good.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna
Not battling.
Yeah, when
yeah.
you're not battling. When you were battling, I was like, I can tell that you're very excited about this, but that's it.
Not sound now. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
I muted the tab on the browser, but I didn't know that the sound's still coming up from the game. So
Yeah.
my apologize. My apologize for
Well,
that.
I loved the every time you collected something, it would make this awesome sound effect. So I didn't want to say anything, but when you do the raid, it's just like very loud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly how I felt too.
yeah. Every character has some. Oh, the trader. The trader is
Oh, I love.
another important.
Okay, the trader, look at his face. He like, I don't know what it is, but he kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, he looks super sad.
He's just like,
the and the trader is a character that show up for only 5 minutes every 5 hours. So you need to time that correctly in order for you to get access to the trader. Again, the trader is super useful because it give you free chest. Look at that, the amount of gold they give me. And also they give you some really cool discounts for you to acquire, for example, cards. So you can use the different gold, diamonds, to acquire probably cards that you're looking for. In this case, for example, this is some freezing trap. I never had a freezing trap before, but I don't have enough gold, unfortunately. Let me see if I can collect some gold from my mines. We're not gonna get not even close to what we need. But again, the trader is one of the most important characters for you to start farming in the game. For example, here we got a Green Witcher. I can get discounts in for example, for stars. You can refresh this one also. Let me refresh this one to see which option we have. Oh, we have another free chest. Okay, I like it.
oh, I
I
like the free
like
chests.
it. We just learned something new. I wasn't expecting to find that, but yeah, interesting, interesting. Oh, actually, I need the Red Witcher. If I'm not wrong, I need two
Oh,
cards.
I just realized that it tells you how long the trader will
Yeah,
stay there for. I didn't
yeah.
notice
So
that before.
you have to move super fast once the traders there. You see, I'm missing one card to unlock the Red Witcher. He's
Hmm.
shooting fireballs. I've been battling against that hero, and it's extremely powerful. So I was hoping to get it from the trader, or maybe from uh, at the shop, or also with these buildings that generate automatic cards, right? I mean, the cards are getting generated all the time. So, yeah, unfortunately, every time that the trader arrive, I get all nervous because I don't know what to do. I'm getting so crazy. Like, I need to buy every single one
Time,
of them.
Yeah.
hurry,
Yeah,
hurry!
yeah, hurry. So right now, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna buy this one because I don't have Sub-Zero. I'm gonna buy it because I'm generating a lot of gold. So that will help me in the future to unlock that hero. Probably it's not ready yet, right? No. You see, I need 3 more cards to unlock Sub-Zero.
Hmm.
Okay, that was exciting. I'm gonna try to forget that the trailer is there and just gonna continue playing. Uh, for, for example, again, one of the cool things about the game that is very strategic. I mean, the characters move automatically once that the battle start, but you need to be super strategic about the position of the characters. For example, it's probably not a good idea to put the fairy, which is a healer, in front because usually the fairy is gonna probably go down with only one smash. So it's probably more important to have the tanks in front so you can generate that shield, and at the same time you have the archers in the back providing all the extra damage. So for example, right now I'm going to put an archer on top, an archer in the bottom. You can also control the speed of the character on the battlefield. For example, for the mid shield, usually I go with full speed, but for example, for a character like the fairy, because she's so weak, I decide to put speed 0, and you're gonna notice now that the character it's not gonna move once that I press play. Okay, so for example, you see the fairy is right there, not moving. The green witcher right here is doing like a moonwalking, and the reason that it's not moving is because I also put a limitation in the speed. So because it's a healer, I want to make sure the healer's in the back providing healing power to the mid shield. So I don't want to see those guys in front. Okay. Uh, any question that you see in the chat, or Sophia or Michelle? What do you think about the game? It's so addictive. I'm sorry, I can probably be talking for hours about Raid Heroes.
I want to know how many badges you have. I feel like you have to be badge hunting at this point, how far you are in the game.
Yeah, that's true. I was wondering that.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know exactly how many badges we have. But again, the farther you move in the game, the more rewards that you're gonna be receiving, better chances to unlock different characters. Uh, right now, let me see if in the next battle I can show you real quick a summary of the different characters. For example, I got the Mitches in front. In the second line, usually I put the boosters. The king is gonna boost my troops by motivating every single troop in the game, doing more damage and receiving less damage. We also have another character over here, Kanunk, which is also gonna motivate the troops. We got the Green Witcher, which is a healer with speed 0, of course. We got the Fairy, speed 0 is a healer. Want to make sure that she's right there, not moving anywhere. I got the Elf and also the Archer. Those are the range characters. I put medium speed because I want to make sure that they can move a little bit in case the fog of the battle goes to the right corner of the screen. And at the end, I got my Assassin. My Assassin, I'm going to probably put a full speed. And the Assassin has this double attack, which is completely deadly. And the higher the level of the raid, the tougher the opponent. You're gonna get to a point where you're gonna start fighting against ogres that can poison your troops. So you have to be super strategic. And sometimes you feel like just gonna put all my troops together. They're gonna hug each other. I'm gonna do everything to stay alive. No, it's not that simple. For example, if I start putting all the troops close to this ogre, which is a toxic cyclop, all the troops that are in that location, they're gonna get infected with poison. So we don't want to see that. So we're gonna try to keep only one character going in the front. Now the assassin is coming from the back because the assassin doesn't have a lot of HP points, but does a lot of damage. So, Sophia, tell me, do we have more questions? I can continue talking or playing. All
Right? You're like, okay. You're very into the game, and so am I. So I'm just glad that you're telling me how I can beat you now.
No, that's not the idea.
Um, from the chat, Hassan said the trader looks like someone I know. Oh gosh. Who?
Who? Who's looking like the trader? Good question.
Do they also only stick around for 5 minutes
Let's
before they
see.
leave with all their treasures? And then Max said, "Wow, free strategy guide." And yeah, I agree with that. I'm
Yeah.
getting the strat guide out of this so that I know how to beat Francisco now.
Well, Sophia, you're going to have to lock Francisco away from his computer for a while so you can catch up to his progress, because
No,
otherwise you're still going to be behind.
let's
Yeah,
not do
that's
that.
true.
Let's keep it civilized, please. Okay? Trying to compete in a friendly environment. That's the plan. Well, join the clan so we can help each other. That would be
Yeah.
cool, right?
Yes,
Remember, we
I'm
had the coin.
definitely going to do
Or
that.
create Congregate 2, and then you two can battle Congregate 1 and
Okay.
Congregate 2.
Michelle is trying to create a rivalry that is not there. So
Well,
let's
you
be
did
nice.
take out her castle while she wasn't playing, so she's got to come back somehow.
I did
Yeah.
not pick my enemy. It wasn't like I was trying to. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do something that I wasn't planning to do now. You see, the trader just left. Like now I feel all sad. But anyway, so once that you get to one of the rates level that you're probably not capable to keep moving forward, let me just rush this to one so I can get to level 100. You can restart the raid. All the characters are gonna get restarted. All the gold production is gonna get restarted. So it's a lot. It's a lot of that you sacrifice, but at the same time, it's gonna allow you to start building one more time the game and the economy from the beginning. So, for example, we're gonna finish with this raid 100. Everything is nice and dandy. We have plenty of gold. We collect this, and we are going to spend the gold before sacrificing. Yeah, let's just sacrifice. Okay, so in order to start a new raid, you just need to click in new raid right there. You're gonna lose the gold, the level of the castle, the 100, the gold mine, the skill. Everything is going down. You're gonna get refunded some stars that will help you, of course, to continue upgrading your different or unlocking different heroes. But this is the moment of truth, okay? And I did it. I wasn't planning to do it, but I did it, okay? So now you start playing from level one more time. Of course, you're gonna move super fast at the beginning because that the opponent is not even a match for you, even with all your characters starting from level zero. But what is cool about it is that you can start for example, if you feel like, okay, now I know how to progress in the game correctly. For example, buildings in the economy. Now it's a good time for you. For example, all the buildings are there; they're all level one. But now you can start upgrading these buildings, which are super important. I know. Probably somebody in the audience is gonna say, but those buildings only generate gold and get reset every time that you start a new raid. But it's so easy to grow in the game once that you have a good economy. Okay, that is
I think
not
that's
just in
why you're
real
so
world.
ahead of me.
Yeah, it's not just in real war. In the games, they work the same way. So you have a strong economy, you can grow super fast. All my heroes are getting reset. If you can see, I need to start leveling up every single one more time. But the cool thing is that remember that once that you reach level 10, you need to evolve the character and use some gems. Now you don't need to use gems anymore. If you already reach, for example, level 10, 11, sorry, you don't need to spend gems, just gold to continue evolving the character. So anyway, so many things that I can talk about it. Sophia, help me, help me.
Okay. So, first I wanted to point out that Max said fight, 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 but he actually ended up getting in trouble with the chat bot for using all caps.
Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you.
Nightbot is
The
on
pacifist.
Francisco's side. But we also got another question in chat that I thought was interesting
Yes.
by Artibas. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Artibase? I don't know. But they said, are there any thoughts on why there are so many idle games nowadays? And I wanted to offer this question to Michelle.
Sure. That's a really interesting question. Mostly because in my mind, there's been a lot of idle games for quite a long time because it's such a staple of Kongregate.com. I think idle has kind of gone beyond just a genre, and now other game genres are realizing the mechanics can be used in their games, and so you're seeing a lot of different types of mashups. So not just a straight idle game, but having this kind of check-in point every day. You're getting more gold. You get that great feeling of unlocking more and more and more and more. So it's not just a clicker anymore. Now you're min-maxing and you're managing your resources as best as possible. So in my mind, it never really went away, and it seems like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are way more idle games than there used to be, but it just feels like a continual progression, and idle is just touching way more genres than it used to. But I don't know if Francisco or Sophia, if you disagree with that.
That actually
I,
makes a lot of sense. I
yeah,
mean, like one of the things that I really like about this game is that there are some aspects in it that are idle and then some that are not as much. But I guess, but like, I mean, that's how I thought of it. But now that you say that, I'm like, well, maybe I'm just thinking about it wrong. But like for example, this has like the whole strategy like component involved, which is like really cool where you have to set everything up the right way and prepare it for what is about to happen, which I think is really cool. Yeah, Francisco, did you have anything to add to that?
um, no, just make sure. Yeah, I completely agree with what Michelle was saying, and also I believe that idle games got really popular in mobile devices because sometimes when you're playing, when you're in the train or traveling or something, you just have a couple minutes to engage with a video game. So idle is a really cool mechanic because you have the opportunity to do something for a few seconds and then just put the game at the side. And then when you have time one more time, you can grab your phone and keep playing. So yeah, this is really, really, really cool.
Yeah. Um, Jay in chat says idle games are pretty good at keeping you hooked. They're a commitment, and that's definitely true. But now it's 11:01, so we're out of time.
Already.
Yeah, I know. I was having so much fun.
So
I'm really
fast.
glad. I'm glad that Michelle, that you answered the question that you knew I was going to ask earlier because of that, which was, who are some women that are inspirational and influential? And we talked about Emily Greer, and we talked about Fernanda, and just like having really great female coworkers that empower one another is just like really great thing to have. And I'm really thankful for you, Michelle, and I'm really thankful for all my other coworkers as well that help empower me to be the best I can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you everyone for joining us today, for playing Incremental Epic Hero 2 and for playing Raid Heroes Total War. Join us next week, Friday at the same time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And if you would like to share any fun tips or tricks with us, check us out in Discord or Twitter and share your tricks with us. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.